G'day my friends, Marty Ware here from Marty's Garden, and today I'm out in the garden. Got the Victory garden behind me. It's been pouring rain all night. My water measurer is full and the backyard's flooded yet again. And I tell you what, I'm getting tested a lot with what's been going on. 3 little mini floods in our backyard in the last month. It's all my tomatoes are nearly dead. Still getting the odd one. But you know, and the mozzies are out here trying to get me while I'm talking to you. But I want to thank everyone that's been watching my content and watching my recent videos. You know, we had a bit of explosion about the farming and stuff like that, and what's truly happening in Australia into the future. But today I want to talk about something that's a bit different. I want to talk about being the true you, because I brought out something just recently talking about division and people being so divided and attacking each other from all angles online and you know, losing close friendships and forgetting about loving each other. And so I thought the next step really in the whole conversation from that video is being the true you. And you know, when I started Marty's Garden, well, nearly 14 years ago, I think my daughter was about 3 and a half. Yeah, she's 18 now. I've got to go back. I think it was 2010. We started on a little veranda because I couldn't afford all the rents around Byron, so we had to move up to near the Gold Coast at Tweed Heads, and we had this little apartment. And I started learning about computing and website design and SEO and stuff like that, because I knew that when I was coming back from Thailand to live in Australia, I needed to reinvent myself from surf coaching, because that's what I was surf coaching and teaching English over there, and ran my own surf school. And you know, I with a horticultural and agricultural background, I thought, well, that's where I can go. And I believed that small space gardening was the thing. And actually I was a bit ahead of my time. I had a website called Small Space Gardening and Homes.com, and it was the leading small space gardening website in the world. And we used to get around about 2,500 visits a day, sort of thing, and it made a bit of money from AdSense and things like that. Not really much, but enough to sort of keep us away from the poverty level, you know. And so I grew food on the veranda to save money, and then we got into worm farming as well, because I needed to make my own fertilizers and things like that to pay for, so I didn't have to pay for these fertilizers and things while I was growing this food on my veranda. And you know, we actually produced quite a lot, and it blew me out. I was like, wow, you can actually grow a lot of food in a small space in containers. And we sort of just started off from there, just telling the story, and then we morphed into micro farming, selling microgreens and herbs and different things to restaurants and stuff. So I was able to move back down to Byron, stayed with some friends, rented a room, had a caravan for a bit, you know, and I was still learning really my true self of who I was. I knew I was into gardening and I love farming and things like that, but I was trying to reinvent myself as my career and change it into another direction. So I was still developing as a person, as a human being, and starting to understand more about myself as I was raising my daughter sort of on my own. And there was this onset of oncoming costs just throwing themselves at me all the time. And you know, I started working for myself because, you know, like the parenting payment just dissipated, and they wanted me to go out and get this full-time job and be a part of the whole system. And I would have had to put my daughter in daycare from sun up to sunrise with no one else around to pick her up, no other family around there, 800 kilometers away. So I'm still working out who am I? How do I become my true self? Who am I? And I was growing into that fatherhood and well, at the moment I'm a dad. That's who I am. I'm a dad, and I've got number one is my daughter, taking care of her. Number two is me. And of course, number one, the big almighty, has always been that one. So I believed my faith always kept me through. Now, unfortunately, I got sick. I had a breakdown. And I had this thing called dystonia, where I had involuntary movement in my neck. And I thought, oh, wow, if this gets bad, I'm going to end up in a wheelchair. Who's going to take care of my daughter? I don't know where I'm going to be in a few years' time. I had some very good friend of mine who's now, you know, he's a pastor in a church, but I knew him before he was that. And he just stuck with me and helped me, took me to some doctors and things, and just, yeah, he was just such a loving friend, and it really helped me through a hard time. But I had to move south, down closer to where my family had a holiday house, my sister, and cheaper rent and things like that. And I was still reinventing myself. And I'm going, well, where am I going with this? Where's Marty's Garden going with this? I hadn't produced any videos in years, and I think the next video, or a year or something, I produced 1 or 2 here and there. Next one I pressed to send out, I think I got 50 views or something like that. And I was like, wow, I'm starting all over again, lost everything. I had a cleaning business, SEO business, and a whole lot. I had to start right from scratch. So I was learning who I am again. I was just thinking, you're a dad, you're a man that loves God, and you got to have faith, and you will get better, because you can't afford to stay sick. This is basically, if you stay sick, then what's your daughter going to do? Now, my daughter's got hearing loss, low to medium hearing loss. She wears hearing aids, and you know, we've been in and out of sort of looking at this thing of whether she's autistic, and we know now that she is. And so it brought all those extra challenges with being a parent. So I was still learning who I am And I think what it comes down to is, you know, as we're growing and progressing and aging and maturing, we're learning more who we are and how we can help and serve others. And so I believe that we need to look at that within ourselves and go, who are we? Who are we truly unique to ourselves? Because when we stretch our DNA, it goes all the way to the moon, apparently. Look that up in YouTube or Google or whatever and see if that's true, but I'm pretty sure it is. And it shows that you've got this unique person, this unique DNA, you, only you in the world, and you becoming true to yourself as you grow and mature and become this person. So I was blessed with this home, because we were sort of displaced from this area that I spent most of my life in with all my friends. And you know, 17, I moved to the Byron Shire, Byron Bay, and surfing and working in hotels at 18, and on macadamia farms, and traveling off to Indonesia surfing, and my life was just absolutely amazing. I never thought things were ever going to change, actually. I thought it was always going to be like that. But you learn as it's growing and maturing and learning who I am and true to myself. So I know now where I am in this part of my life. And I hope that you're moving forward, and this is helping in some way to discover who you are and to being unique to you. And don't worry about trying to be anyone else or trying to conform with society and all that type of stuff. Just be unique to yourself, be true to yourself, and then mature and grow with things and go, who can I serve? Who can I take care of? How can I be helpful in society? Along those lines. So I was blessed with this home, which I believe is a total miracle, where I am here now. And it was, you know, it's applied, but it's a type of government housing. It's not government, it's something like that. So my costs are very low towards for my rent and things like that. So we're able to stay here long term. There's at least end term lease sort of thing. So I'm able to build out this beautiful garden that I've been blessed with, and use it as an educational platform to speak to others and teach them about growing food. And I know that you're here because you're interested in that as well. And we've gone a little bit off topic today, but like attracts like. And so I believe that you're here to not only learn from me, but to this developing discovery over time of who you are and being true to yourself, and learning that you love to get your hands in the dirt too. You love to grow food. You're worried about the things that are coming on in the future, and you want to protect yourself in some way. And so we're all gathering together in this amazing community to make that happen. And so where are you now? Are you being true to yourself? If you're not, go back and do it and start looking at yourself and how you can make yourself truly happy. I'm very happy. I've been blessed with a lovely wife, so I'm not a single dad anymore. Her and Karen get on absolutely brilliant. I've got another family over in the Philippines that I've met. Absolutely love them. Just great people you're watching. You know who you are, guys, because they watch my content too. And I'm looking forward to getting over there again in the future. We may do some stuff over there with Marty's Garden too, which would be really, really great. So I just feel extremely humbled that I'm at this position where I am now. I feel so true to myself, more so than ever. You might even notice that I'm not so hyped up in the videos and all that stuff and everything. Some days I'm super hyped. You know, yeah. And that's me. That's me on that day. I'm just hyped and ready to go. Today I'm more calm and collective because I want to talk about different subjects and things. And this is something that I believe will make a big impact on you, yourself, and everything that you're doing into the future. All right. Say good day in the comments down below. We'll see you at the next video real soon. Great stuff coming up, man. We just got to wait for this little mini flood to stop in the yard again. Far out. It truly is testing. I don't want to go out there now and show you, but it's about yay deep in certain parts, and the chickens are roosting, so they're not real happy. All right. Happy gardening. We'll see you at the next video real soon. Don't forget to watch one of these videos around here. Bye for now.